Hello people of the web and welcome back to the Lyfcraft server. You may well remember that so far in the series I haven't mined any diamonds. Considering that, we're doing rather well. However, there are some things that diamonds would be very useful for. But rather than getting my hands dirty, I want to stay at home and produce stuff that other people might be willing to give me their diamonds for. The first shop Hushbug and I are looking to open will be a quartz shop. Now Hushbug is actually designing the shop in her creative world. I on the other hand need to make sure that we can easily get a hold of quartz and lots of it, as I suspect the shop design will use a lot of it. And I always need more. I've already picked out a space for where I want to put our masons, which will be where we get our quartz from. It's in the blue tunnel. However, I kind of want to put toolsmiths, weaponsmiths and armourers here first, so I need to design this part of the hallway before I can dig out further along for where the masons will be. Now I'm actually building the exact same thing as what I built in the Red Wing. The only problem is that I'm doing it off memory, so this may turn out perfectly correct and be exactly as it should be, but it could go horribly wrong. Now that should be roughly correct. Obviously we don't have chests to go above because we're not keeping the stuff from these ones, unlike the librarians. But that should be right, and 6 slots, which means 2 armourers, 2 toolsmiths and 2 weaponsmiths. Just need to bring them over. Now I've got 2 toolsmiths currently, however neither of them have got shovels for trades. And I'd really like the option to buy diamond shovels. So we're going to see which one of you is the most useful. Not particularly useful. And also not particularly useful. So we'll just go with the cheaper one, which is this one. I think he's probably going to be upset. Yeah, he's upset with me. But he'll forgive me in time. I need to move this guy out the way and then keep re-rolling toolsmiths until I get one that will give me a shovel. Oh, I might as well do that. There, off to your new home. Now that he's closed in, what we can do... break the minecart. He should hopefully go over to his workstation. There. And then we just break it. We place it in there. He goes in. He goes in. Thank you. Shut the door behind him. And then we just need to choose a slot for him. Let's down to the booth. Perfect. Now it's time to re-roll villagers until I eventually get one with a shovel. Unfortunately, the shovel is unlocked as the last trade, which means I'm going to have to go through probably quite a few villagers. We now have 2 toolsmiths, one of which sells shovels. Next stop, armourers? Or should we do weaponsmiths? It doesn't matter. There, Hushbug's been helping me, and we now have a cell for masons. We just need to get these last 3 in, so block off the exit so they can't escape, and make a hole in the ceiling. Then, if we're lucky, break these minecarts. They should go inside because their workstations are underneath the carpet. Sorry. No, 1 block to the side, then you can walk in. Stop trying to walk in where you don't fit. Now, of course, at some points of the day, they should all walk in there to access their stations, but I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to try and push them and trap them before they come out. 5 minutes and 46 seconds later. They're in! It may seem like a very odd choice to have this many weaponsmiths, toolsmiths and armourers, but their main benefit is that we're getting far too much iron and we don't need that much. So easy emeralds. The nice thing about trading iron away is that they sell in stacks of 4, which means I can lock him out in just a couple clicks. Much easier than doing stuff like paper. Now that we don't need any more villagers in here, we should have tied up all the rails. I will place these bits and ask Husher to do the rest because I need to make a cup of tea. Oops. There, that's my job done. I was standing AFK and I just started hearing meowing. Opened the door to the creeper farm and found 5 cats in here. So I've blocked the door. Yeah, I did get ahead. Obviously it's very sad to kill cats, but I got a head for it. I'll put it on my wall. There. I got 5 so far. Collection's growing nicely. Occasionally I've wanted to spend time AFK inside rooms, in particular the sugarcane farm, and the problem with that is that there's no button on the inside. Now obviously I could try and change this to a button, but in its current state, if I use a button now, what it does is shut the door and then the door opens again. So I need to work out whether I can put I think it's called a T flip-flop into this redstone circuit. And funny enough, this door is the easiest one to work on because I haven't built a wall around it. Bear in mind, I'm a fairly novice redstoner. Now I hope this will work. So if I break this block here, I should be able to take out the old torch system. Then if we place... Oops. It's not what I meant to do, but technically that tests it. I think. Button on the side, and... that did nothing. Oh, great. The crafting table is not... Give me a slab. Fill the hole back in, and then see whether this makes a difference. If I take that out. How is that powered? Whoa, that made me jump. Yeah, that's a spawnable block. I'm not going to hit him. I'll just let him die. I've managed it, and I was so proud that I dragged Hushbug over so that she could test it, and my how brilliant it was. Now, my biggest problem was that if I did a vertical T flip-flop, it interfered with that repeater, and everything I was trying to do to get it round this way was ending up too high or too low. Suddenly it occurred to me I can use a gravity block to stay up there and the strength of the redstone goes through it. So we now have buttons on the inside and the outside so we can shut ourselves in. This is definitely a good upgrade, and I should be able to do it to all of these doors. At some point I want to upgrade the other doors to be the same as this one, but the main reason that I was thinking about having a button system rather than a lever system was that the next thing I want to build will need a button on the inside so that I can open the door from either side. Now that room is going to be in the yellow wing. In fact, it's going to be our nether portal room. Now obviously what we want to do is close off the nether portal room so that no mobs spawn and then come out and walk into our base, and also we need to be able to open the door from the inside. Best work out my spacing. Ah! Yeah, that's not what I wanted to see. Right. Now it's time to light up this tiny tunnel. That's another scary thing to see. Hopefully this doesn't extend too far. Is that a regular spider? It is. So what I'm going to do break that torch. Place one on that side, one here, and block up the hole. Oh. And this hole. There. See? Not a problem. Nope. Oh. That was slightly unexpected. Another thing we can just gloss over and pretend it's not there. At least for now. Unfortunately, at some point I'm going to have to put some redstone down there. But I'll clear that later. There, and just a couple minutes later, we have a bit of a tunnel. This wall looks very plain and simple. And I know that something will go on this side. I just don't know where it will go yet. So for now, we have a clean quartz wall. Now to work on the portal room. I'm not going to build the redstone for the door yet. I'll leave that till later. And I have a particular idea for this room that I've pitched to Hushbug, and she seems to be on board. The idea is having a portal in here and having this room kind of decorated like the Nether. So netherrack and lava and magma and perhaps a glass floor. But that's definitely more her territory than it is mine. So I'm just going to build the portal and leave the creative genius to Hushbug. What a team. Well, I'm hoping this is where the portal needs to be. Here goes nothing. Fingers crossed. Well, that's reassuring. I need to grab a few supplies and rebuild my bridge. Since the last clip, I got busy making the doorway, and Hushbug's been busy making this room. It's got a nice bit of depth behind the portal. It's not quite finished, but that's because I've been told that she wants magma blocks. So I need to go to the Nether, which is quite convenient, because there's a portal here someone put. Oh, and yes, I felt that the bridge to our portal should be made out of quartz. Then it's obvious that it's ours. Another handy coincidence is the exit to the Nether hub nearest to our portal is the one that comes to the open part of the Nether. My favourite part. Because this allows me to jump off and fly around looking for magma blocks. Wow, that's a lot of fire. Oh, magma blocks. That didn't take long. She didn't actually ask for any nether brick, but I have a funny feeling that she might appreciate some. So I'm just going to pinch a little bit from over here. No one will notice. And some soul sand. That'll do. Home time, if I can remember which direction I came from. This one? Yep, there's the fire. Now, funny enough, it's my bedtime. So what I'm going to do is put a chest here and just put the resources inside with a little note on. Think she'll spot that? This is my first clip after recording a snapshot video, and the chest is gone, which is a good sign. Let's see what's happened inside. Oh, wow. That's turned out better than even I was hoping for. I mean, I really like that. Ooh, especially the space behind the portal. Makes it feel organic enough that it could be the Nether. And it's got a nice set of different blocks. I like it. This was a great idea of mine. And Hushbug's done a better job than I would have building the room. Spot on. Ace. Oh, and let's just test the button works. Yep, I can shut myself in. Perfect. And now that we've got a better way in and out of the base than a water column, I could obviously block this off. There. Wow, water is slow at coming down. Oh, oops. Oh, nearly done. There. Now that looks a lot better. We've made a lot of progress in this episode, with building this hallway out and giving us somewhere to offload all of the excess iron, of which I can't seem to sell it fast enough, and loads of villagers that I can buy quartz off. We have a supply for a shop. If you're enjoying the series, then please give the video a like, as it helps a lot. But what would help even more is if you share the video with a friend. YouTube is full of content creators, and so getting your content in front of new viewers can be difficult. Your help in doing so would be amazing. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.